I'm Hanan.
I'm Lina.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Obnoxiously Pleasant podcast. This week, we're going to be talking about what, Lina?
Arab American Heritage Month.
Amazing. And as well as Arab American identity. As some of you may
Yes.
know, or maybe you may not know, April is National Arab American Heritage Month. And so we decided to honor that and to honor our heritage. We're going to be talking about
Yes.
Arab American identity.
hmm
I look at Arab American identity. So it's cool, right? Like I look at Lina as Palestinian American. I look at myself as Egyptian American, but we have this like super unique identity that unifies the both of us. I look at it
Yes,
as, I mean, some
absolutely.
people, yeah, some people may look at it
Uh,
as something that divides us. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go
no,
ahead.
I was just gonna say that it's because it's not just, if we're talking about Arab identity, we would have to kind of separate our identities
Yeah.
based on the country or of our origin country. So, but when
hmm
we say Arab American identity, it's the American part that I think kind of combines the
Exactly.
experiences of Arabs in America. So you are not going to understand certain things about being Arab American unless you are in America, Arab American. You know what I mean? Like it's
100%.
different. It's different than just being Arab or talking about Arab identity. It's very specific to being Arab and American at the same time.
I 100% agree with you. Like that's what I mean when I say like it unifies us. It doesn't matter like what country you've come from. It's this
hmm
experience, right? It becomes like a whole other identity that you have
Yeah.
um that that really does unify like us together because we end up having like it's the same thing. It's the same experience
Yeah.
for everyone, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
I always say like it's the same experience and a lot of different things, but really for me, more than anything else, it's like the way that we were brought up, the way we were raised. And you and I touched a little bit
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
that
On the
last
last
week.
episode. Yeah. We had a
Yeah,
lot of
on the
fun
last,
doing that, actually.
we
Yeah.
really did. So
Yeah.
we touched a little bit on that last week. And I also say like there's other like to kind of build on that, there's really things that do define you as like do define like your Arab American identity. I think number one, first and foremost, in my opinion, please, if anybody else disagrees, let me know. But I think it's the fact that we use the English letters to have full conversations like over text with each other's. Like the
Yes.
seven is a ha, seven apostrophe is a ha, the two is the hamza. And it is a
Yeah.
it's Arabizi. It's a whole full language that people
Is that what
use to
it's
like,
called?
yeah,
Is
that
is
people
that the
use.
name?
Yeah.
I thought it was Arabish or something. I guess
So
there's
it
different descriptions
yeah,
for
so
it.
it's when you look at it, it's a full language. So like think about how often you do that just to like when
Mhm.
you text with folks, right? So it's really great that we've come up with this whole language where you can text your friends, your family members in Arabic, but using the English letters. So I feel
Mhm.
like that's really like specific to the Arab American identity. Because if you think about it, there's a lot of like first generation, second generation folks who only speak. They don't really read and write the language in, like Arabi. But
Yeah.
they speak really well. So they have this, it's this whole other language that's formed as part of the Arab American identity. And it's super cool because like we all use it to talk to each other on WhatsApp. Like,
Yeah,
are
yeah,
you
definitely,
even
definitely.
Arab American if you're not like chatting in groups on WhatsApp?
Well, that's one thing. Another thing is the adding ing to everything, to a lot of
Yeah.
words.
Yeah.
Like, you'll call me or you text me, what are you doing? And I'm like, I gotta like,
Ijliing. She's always
ijliing
ijliing.
or sullying or
She's
anything.
always ijliing. Guys, she's always in the freaking kitchen just ijliing her life away.
That's not true. That is not true. You're kind
She
of
likes
like
to cook. She
perpetuating the.
likes to
I
cook.
do. I love to cook,
Exactly.
but
So she's
sometimes
always
I
got
don't.
jilly.
Yeah,
She's
that's
always
true.
got
And
dishes. I
like a
mean,
typical Arab, I don't really like to use my dishwasher.
she uses that as a drying rack.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I don't like to use it. I'm just like, I'm gonna wait until the whole thing fills up, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. But that's very Arab
You're like my
American of me,
mom.
or Arab.
Yeah, you're like my mom.
I get it. She gets it. I
Yeah,
understand.
totally, 100%.
Isn't it the same point that I just made? Like, "Bisa بدها استنى until I fill up
Yeah,
the whole damn thing." No, I'm not gonna do that.
and Lena just led me right into my third
Okay.
point, where we could be having a great full-on conversation in English, and then it just pops in there with a few Arabic words because why?
It's
Nothing
just
else
yeah,
feels
but
the same,
no,
right?
no other English, like no English word will do justice. So
Yeah,
you have to use the Arabic word. You just
that's
have
so
to.
true.
You know,
That
like when
which
you get mad, how do you curse? Do you curse in English or in
no,
Arabic?
even if I'm at work, I'm all automatically I'm like, "Yeah, the lot of, yeah, the lot of,"
See,
like, it doesn't even
Yeah, for me, it's like خَرَ عليك وعلي خلفك وعلي like, you
Ah,
just go into these things because, like, you don't like ما بتفشيش غُلّك, like, you don't get
it's true.
that
It's very true.
it's
And you
just, like,
don't
very go ahead, sorry.
yeah, yeah, you don't feel like it expresses or,
Exactly.
like your feelings the same as, like, the Arabic language stuff.
The
Oh,
Arabic
100%.
language, and
Yeah,
I think we're not the
100%.
only ones. I think anyone who's bilingual probably feels that way, you know?
Absolutely,
But that's
absolutely.
another Arab American thing, like you said, like, we have to like, what were the words you were telling me? Like,
Oh,
"Yallah."
so I was like, "Yallah," like every I'm gonna say, if you're an Arab American and you have non-Arab American friends, I don't care what their background is, they have heard you and now understand what the words "Yallah" mean. Khalas, right?
Mhm,
So "Yallah" means let's go, khalas means that's it. They've
mhm.
understood bes, they
Bas,
understand la,
yes,
okay?
yes.
Yeah, so they said bes means
Inshallah,
like
they have to know inshallah.
inshallah.
Absolutely. Yeah,
They have to know
definitely.
they definitely know mashallah,
Mhm.
inshallah, astaghfirullah. Like they
Habibi,
now
habibi,
habibi, exactly.
alhamdulillah. Yeah, all these. Because these, no matter how like, even if you were born and raised in this country, you're
That's
still
it.
gonna use these. You're
Yeah,
still
it's
gonna
part
use
of your
these.
vocabulary.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it's part of your vocabulary. And so I think like these are just like just a few examples, right? Of like the
Mhm,
Arab American identity. And so when we celebrate like Arab American identity or Arab American Heritage Month, which is coming
mhm.
up on Friday, this is going to drop Tuesday, thanks to our production team, i.e., Lena, and our children who help out part time.
Yes,
Um,
exactly.
yeah, Arab American Heritage Month officially begins Friday, April 1st, and lasts all through the month of April. And I think they focus so much on celebrating like food and the culture that we brought to the United States of America and how it kind of like
Mhm.
weaved into society. But I don't think I don't think anybody ever focuses on like the stuff that we talked about. Like that really is truly a part
No.
of like your
Yeah.
Arab American identity. I mean,
Absolutely, you're right.
amongst other
But
things, but
here's
obviously, yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say you mentioned food,
Yeah,
and there are some things like everybody knows what tabbouleh is and what hummus is, but can we just talk about how some
Tabbouleh.
company no, how some companies are adamant on destroying what hummus is? Like the whole chocolate hummus thing. Can we just talk
Yes,
about that for,
yes.
like, for a couple
It's
minutes?
wrong. It's so wrong
I'm
because hummus
so
is
upset
a
about that.
I mean, honestly, I'm gonna like just I don't wanna like assume that everybody knows where hummus is, so I'm gonna explain that hummus is a
Okay, yeah,
spread
sure, explain
made
it.
yeah, made from chickpeas, right? So meat chickpeas to me or garbanzo beans, like wherever depends on what you call them.
Mhm,
It's finely like I guess ground or
mhm.
pulverized until it becomes a paste. You mix it with tahini and with
And
lemon
lemon and
and
garlic, yeah.
garlic. Yeah. And essentially it is the most like well-known like snack dip situation
Absolutely, like, all
across all
over
the
the
Middle
Middle
East.
East. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So to me, hummus, okay, not hummus.
Yeah.
Hummus is excuse me, sorry, I don't mean to make fun of anybody, but it's hummus. And
Oh,
if you
yeah.
don't know, if you can't say your ha, okay, it's hummus, not hummus, okay?
Mhm.
Anyways,
That's hilarious. Okay, go ahead,
am I
finish.
mean for saying that? Am I
No,
messed
you're
up?
not, you're absolutely it's fine, but, like, you know what? I don't have a problem with people mispronouncing it because, like, some people have a
You know,
hard
I
time.
do because hummus starts with ha, like Hanan, okay?
That's true, I don't know, but I just my thing is, can you stop destroying something that's already amazing? Can we
I
not,
know,
like,
like it's so
did you
good
okay,
in its original format.
yeah, chocolate hummus, but do you know there's an apple pie hummus that I saw the other day?
Yeah,
Like, who
where?
does that? Like, what? I think Trader Joe's.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I'd have to
No,
look
no,
it
no,
up.
no, wait, hold on, I have to find it for you. I'll find it for you. If it's not Trader Joe's,
Are
I
you
think
gonna
the
insert a
chocolate
clip
yes,
for
the
YouTube?
chocolate
Okay.
the chocolate hummus is definitely Trader Joe's, I think,
Yeah,
but
the
the
chocolate
apple
hummus.
pie could be another company. Let me not say 100%. Okay, apple pie
Apple pie
hummus.
hummus. Let me look it up right now. If my screen is shaking, chicken is because I'm on. Ew, you're right.
Right, is it Trader
Boar's
Joe's?
head. Boar's
Oh,
head.
Boar's Head. Okay,
Boar's
okay,
head.
Boar's Head. But isn't that disgusting?
That is so yeah.
Like, I feel so violated
Oh,
as an
that's
Arab.
another word. That's another word that every Arab American uses instead of ew. We just go yeah,
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
all
yeah,
right, Palestinian.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, Palestinians just have to change everything about
yeah.
anything.
But I
Halas.
just okay, yeah, that's just wrong. Like see, hummus is like a beautiful snack that should be enjoyed in its original form. Anyways, but I agree with
Yeah,
you. So like food, I feel like
yeah.
we've made so much like we've brought so much wonderful food to American culture, right? Like tabbouleh, as I like to say,
Mhm.
tabbouleh is amazing. But I almost
Yeah.
feel like that's really like the stuff that's made a mark on American culture is Levantine food, right?
Yeah, yeah.
When you say Arab American, like because I'm Egyptian and I don't see anybody trying to eat no koshari, right? It's just
No,
koshari,
but kosher is
and
good though. We had this
it is.
discussion before, but can I just say before you go on to the next point that I don't like tabbouleh? I know your face. Like my sister thinks I'm crazy. Like I don't like tabbouleh. Like I don't like
I'm gonna have to
parsley.
leave the studio right now.
I don't like tabbouleh. Like
You're
I know like
insane.
that's blasphemy. Like
You're
that's like so
insane. It is the most
I don't know, man.
delicious, nutritious,
I know it's good
like,
for you. I know my mom's like,
salad
can I just tell
ever
you what
known
my
to
mom tells
man.
me every time she like it's like a news flash for her every time I'm like, I don't need tabbouleh. And she gets mad every single time. I'm
Of
like, how
course,
many times have I
because
said it?
every time she's surprised and shocked that you are this dumb.
And then she'll be like, "Oh والله اللي فيه فايدة بتاكليه." She's like, anything that has any benefit to it, you're not gonna eat it, of
Yeah,
course,
I agree.
you
I
know?
agree. Because, like,
But
how
yeah,
could
I
you
just
not love
don't.
the most delicious, the
I like
most
fattoush. Give me fattoush,
amazing,
I'm there.
delicious salad? You don't understand. Like, folks, if you've never had tabbouleh, okay, ready? Close your eyes. Join me on this journey that I'm about to take
She's
you
gonna do
about what
some
tabbouleh is about.
ASMR right now.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Tabbouleh.
Okay, that's not cool. Go ahead. You're so funny.
Tabbouleh, guys, starts out with you take fresh, green, crispy parsley. Of course, like, you wash it, you finely chop it. You finely chop it, and it is the most delicate fine chop. And what it does when you chop the parsley is that it makes it super fragrant and releases like all its natural flavors, right? One, lay that off to the side. Deliciousness already happening in your mind, in your mouth. I'm about to bring it all home together. You
Mhm.
chop tomatoes. Some people like to chop onions. I'm 50-50. Like I can go with or without, but really it's the burghul. The burghul is like the secret in the salad, right?
Yeah, I
Lina's like,
guess.
if you're not watching this
Yeah.
on YouTube, you can't say. For me, it's an ancient grain. It's delicious.
No, it's
Again,
good. It's good. I get that. I get like I just it's not like I'll eat it if I have to, but I just don't like it's just not my thing. I'm
for
sorry.
me,
Like
I'm sorry, tabbouleh, and it's just like lemony and it's so tart and it's delicious. And like on a hot summer's day or even a cold
I'm
winter's
telling
night,
you, my sister
it is
makes
the
really good
salad.
tabbouleh.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
salad that just, like, fills your insides with love, and, like, you feel like somebody who really loves you took the time to make this for you. So, yeah,
Mhm.
if you haven't had tabbouleh, guys, go try tabbouleh. It is
Yes,
thebomb.com.
yes,
So
yes,
good.
I guess. I mean, I can't argue with that. So, what else does it mean or what else, is uniquely Arab American?
Hi. I mean, do I need to say we talked about how amazing we are and how amazing our
Yes.
food is. Done deal.
Yes.
I think like we're both an excellent representation of that. That's what uniquely Arab American is. It's like where you have this, you're this whole other honestly, sometimes I feel like we're this whole other like type of people. We really are.
Mhm.
Like
We're
you
our
bring a
own
little bit of
group.
your yeah,
Yeah.
you bring a little bit of your Palestinianness. I bring a little bit of my Egyptianness. Our friends bring a little bit of, their Lebanese-ness, Iraqi-ness,
Mhm.
whichever they're from. And together, we all have these sort of similar upbringings and
Mhm.
similar traditions, but like
But we
being
have
raised in
differences too, though.
America. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I think being raised in America, we
Brings us
really
together.
are. It, well, I feel like we're just one unified group. Like, yeah, we may have
Yeah,
differences
yeah.
in some areas, but
Mhm.
our experiences and like the way that we're raised and stuff really does make us this whole other group of people, right? Like
Mhm.
for when somebody asks me, like, what are you? I always say, I'm Arab American.
I
And then
was
they
gonna
ask me,
ask
oh,
you something similar to that, but okay,
yeah.
go ahead,
And then when they
finish.
ask me what kind of Arab, I always say, oh, I'm Egyptian. But
Mhm.
whenever anybody asks me, what are you? I always say first, I'm Arab American. Because it's true.
Okay.
I am Arab American. More than anything else, that's me.
Okay, so you've had people ask you like, "Where are you from?"
Yeah.
So what's your response to that? What do you say when someone asks you where you're from?
Virginia. I'm from Virginia,
Okay,
guys.
obviously, but like there's those people that what their what question they want to know where you come, like where your ancestors come from or where
I
your
usually
parents
tell them
come
I'm
from.
a citizen of the world. This is assuming that like they don't already presume that I'm Hispanic, which is fine.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
mind,
yeah, yeah,
but like
yeah,
just ask me and like I will answer, but like don't look at me and be like, "Where are your parents from?"
yeah.
I don't know. Because I'm very proud of the fact that I'm not first generation. I
Yeah,
am an
because they
immigrant.
end up they end up asking you where your parents from.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm very proud of the fact that like I am an immigrant. I am not somebody like as I love, love, love. Like I'm so proud.
I'm
Oh, the
sorry.
cat.
Oh my God.
Basbousa. Why'd you scream?
Because I didn't want her to stop the broadcast. She could
Oh,
easily stop the broadcast. Kalba.
it's okay.
Which city has the
Okay.
best Arab food? Like I will tell you right now, not just because my family's from Cleveland. I
Oh
think Cleveland. No,
God.
shut up. It is so underrated. It is so underrated. Like
Lena's always trying to sell us on Cleveland. I'm just gonna
whatever.
say, I've known
Can I?
Lena for over 20 years. She is
Yes.
constantly trying to sell us on
No,
Cleveland.
no, but listen. Like the knafe that I've had there, no, I haven't
First
had
of all,
anywhere else.
kunefa. Kunefa.
It's not kunafa, God. It's knafe.
It's
Or
kunefa.
as the
Anyways,
Falahi Palestinians would say, chnafa. Okay,
kunefa.
it is
Yeah,
knafa.
it's
Okay, it's not
kunefa.
kunafa.
Kunefa.
I'm telling you. So who do you
Kunefa.
think? I think.
Kunefa.
Okay. Oh my God, she's turning it into a song. Listen. So which city? Chicago, Cleveland,
It's
Detroit,
so hard.
Jersey.
It's so hard
What?
because I've really had like good food everywhere I've been. That's the thing.
Come on, the
So I'm gonna tell
best
you right
food.
now. So it depends. Can I break it down by like what kind of food, like what
Okay.
country? Okay, so if I want to have like Lebanese food and well, Lebanese food. Lebanese food is either it's a toss up for me between New Jersey and Michigan, right?
Hmm.
Iraqi food, Michigan all the way, no contest. Egyptian food, Anaheim, California specifically, all the way, no contest. Palestinian food, it's going to definitely be a toss up between like I was going to say Illinois. That's not a city.
Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be a toss up between Chicago and probably one other place I've been to here. And that's like it. But I had some
Yeah,
really good food
no,
in
there's
Chicago,
no
like
good
straight
Arab
up
food
food.
in DC. I'm sorry. The DC area, not even a
Boedi's pretty
single.
good.
Who?
The Boedi restaurant
Oh,
up here is pretty
Bawadi?
good.
Oh, yeah, it's all right.
They have their moments. So you have to go, by the way. Anyway, we're not
I
going to get
think
into this. Is
they're
not
better.
restaurant review.
They're better. Yeah, they're better like with catering, but whatever. Like you said, my
Yeah.
thing is, it's definitely not Detroit for me. So anyone in Detroit, don't come after me because I've been there and I've had the food. And like you said, it depends on what kind of Arab
That's
food you're
why that's
having,
why I broke it
obviously.
down by genre. And if I
Yeah,
forgot anybody's food, please don't kill me. I will say in our area there's a shortage. And if you guys please tell me, there is a
yeah.
shortage of like other North African cuisine. Like I have never
Hmm.
been to a Libyan restaurant. I've only ever been to friends' homes or things like I would
Yeah, yeah,
love
yeah.
for that to be like a thing, right? I I Tunisian, maybe like once, Moroccan, maybe once,
Hmm.
Algerian, like never. Honestly, I've never ever been to an Algerian. I've had Algerian food, but not
Yeah,
like
it's
in a
not all
restaurant.
that. I've had Algerian food and I didn't like it.
I don't know.
Just telling the
But
truth.
let's just, before anybody comes for Lena's jugular, I'm going to say
Okay,
here
yeah,
right
yeah,
now,
it's fine. But I love
Lena,
Algerian, so it's
Lena
fine.
has the palate of my 7-year-old. Okay, they
That's
like the same
true.
food, so
That's
don't come
true.
for her, guys. She's just so picky.
I am picky.
I think the cool thing is that we've been celebrating Arab American Heritage Month for a while now, but it didn't really
Mhm.
get official until like last year, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think President Biden signed it in April of 2021.
Yeah, and so I think it's really cool that there are people who really continue to work and push for like Arab American representation.
Yes.
Um, Even though we've been around for like quite some time, right, in this
Yeah, a long
country.
time. A long
Yeah,
time. Yeah.
I just think it's still really cool that there are folks like in our everyday lives, not just like famous people, that
Yeah.
still continue to like kind of pave the path forward for, us to be recognized as our own group of people in this country. If you didn't know that this month was going to be Arab American Heritage Month, I think like awesome. Now you know. Go out
Yes.
and look and search for like all the cool Arab Americans, like famous Arab American. I bet you anything. That's the other thing I wanted to talk about. That there are
Mm.
so many famous Arab Americans that people probably don't even like realize are Arab
Yeah,
American.
that's true. A lot. There's a lot of them out there.
So,
On one of our TikTok videos, we had this one guy comment about, how we did that video about um Arab women
yeah.
and how the
Oh my
stereotyping is
god,
they're
I saw
submissive.
that.
Did you
They're like,
see that? It's like, well, name one accomplished because you said something about an accomplished. You know so many
yeah.
accomplished Arab women, and this jerk was like, oh, name one.
There are so many accomplished Arab American females. It's not
Yeah,
even like I think
exactly.
automatically, like I said, of Reem Akra. I think of somebody
Hmm.
like Maysoon Zayed, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
Maysoon Zayed is amazing because here's a woman who took a disability, right? And I don't even want to call it a disability. And she is probably one of the funniest, wittiest,
Mhm.
smartest women that you will ever see give a like do a stand-up comedy show, give a
Yeah, but
TED
we
talk.
have yeah, we
She's
have friends, we have Arab American, women, friends of ours that are very accomplished. Just because you don't know about them doesn't mean they're not accomplished, you know, like, in
But
their
I'm just saying,
fields.
like, if you wanna look for,
Yeah.
like, famous Arab
Yeah,
American
yeah,
women,
yeah.
like, go ahead. There's a lot. Like, you can't just, like, give me an example. Like, I just gave you 2 examples, right?
Yeah.
And there's a lot more than that. Anyways, moving on
Anyway,
with our
so
life.
finally, we're gonna wrap this up. How are you gonna celebrate this
How am
month?
I gonna celebrate? By
Yeah.
just being myself and being amazing.
Yeah. I'm gonna be fasting during this month, so I'm just gonna try to survive the month.
But that is
Uh,
part of your that is part of your Arab American identity.
yes,
You're gonna be
absolutely.
fasting, you're gonna be observing Ramadan, so that is
Yes.
your mode of celebrating Arab American Heritage Month. We're
Yeah.
gonna be making lots of, awesome food because it's Ramadan,
Yes,
right?
yes,
And
yes. I
so
can't wait.
we'll be celebrating by just continuing to be the amazing, positive forces in our families and societies that we currently are.
Inshallah.
No? No?
Inshallah. I said inshallah. I don't know. I'm just gonna say
For all of our
inshallah.
folks who don't know what inshallah means, it means God willing.
Yes.
Now, popular opinion states that if you use the word inshallah, you're just trying to say no politely.
Inshallah, everybody has a great Ramadan, a great Arab American Heritage Month, and just a great month for everybody, inshallah. And the next
Agreed.
time we post, it's gonna be during Ramadan.
So we're going to be talking to you guys live about week 1. What I mean, we'll
Yes.
be a few days in, but like what does that mean? How we're doing, how we're feeling.
Yeah.
And I really would love for you folks to engage with us and tell me like what you're doing. Is there
Mhm.
like a new like is there something that you're trying to achieve during Ramadan during this month? And is there something like a new habit that you want to build, right?
Yes. That's a good
Awesome.
idea. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then Hanan
awesome.
will check in with you guys on Instagram.
I will.
That's
I
what she
will.
wanted to do. That was her thing. She's
I
gonna
know
check
before she
in
cut me off
with
last
you guys.
time.
Shut up, I didn't cut you off. Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to oh my god, I just want to say before we go, thank you guys for all of
The love.
the love. Yeah, you guys followed us on Instagram, you're following us on TikTok. We also got like a bunch of subscribers on YouTube, which is awesome. We're finally over 100. I just want to
Yay!
celebrate. Like I was thinking of getting a tabla and like just like
And
doing this. I know it's 100 subscribers, but it's a big deal. Thank you guys.
it's a
It
big
means a
deal for
lot.
us because
Yeah.
honestly, we're not doing anything except for just organic growth. Like we're not doing any
Yeah, we're just
advertising, we're not
posting
doing
this
anything.
stuff.
It's
Yeah.
literally just exactly. It's literally just likes, shares, engagements, and
Mhm.
friends and family and acquaintances like sharing our stuff. So like if you've
Yeah.
liked any of our content, if you shared, if you're followed, thank you. It means
Thank you
so
so
much
much.
to
Yes.
us and to our production team.
Yes, me. The production team is me.
Yeah, once again, I'm going to wish you guys a very happy Ramadan and an awesome Arab American Heritage Month. I hope you find your own unique way to celebrate. Thank you for joining us this week. We look forward to seeing you next week.